Welcome to Tech Novelties. This is my dance class, and this is me. Yes, I'm the only man, and yes, I often feel them looking at me as if I'm just a piece of meat. But can you really blame them though? I mean, look at me. I'm just way out of the league, especially when it comes to dancing.
Stop looking up, Patricia, you're doing it again.
You know, at first I didn't really mind, but it got worse every class. But I always thought, as long as they don't know where I live, I am safe. But then Apple came along and introduced the AirTag, a tracking device for items, but it can be used for people as well. And that's when I started to lose it. I was afraid the girls would decide to slip me an AirTag and find out where I live. They could just break into my house when I'm not around and just lie there, waiting for me to get home and ambush me. Like all of them, together, simultaneously. Now that would be horrible. But Apple wouldn't be Apple if they didn't try to prevent that from happening. So let's find out how. Let's unbox it, set it up, and see how it works. Let's go. And here we have it. Now, I have heard that Apple's AirTag is one of the best tracking devices out there that will help you prevent losing your most valuable belongings. And that can range from your car keys to your eager to run off grandmother with Alzheimer's. Just slip her an AirTag and track her down. Let's just hope she doesn't drown along the way though, because the AirTag is only water resistant for about 30 minutes in shallow water. So if you're quick, you might actually be able to retrieve it. And if not, you just buy a new one, because the Apple AirTag retails for only 29 bucks. You buy a 4-pack, which is also possible, that will set you back 99. That's only $24.75. That's actually a really good deal. And on top of that, if you purchase them through the Apple Store, you can actually engrave them up to 4 digits free of charge. I mean, is this an Apple product for real, guys? Well, yes it is. You want to know how I found out? You're not allowed to engrave swear words. I mean, come on. Now that is some familiar Apple censorship right there. But let's just unbox it and see if it feels the way unboxing Apple stuff always feels. Like a big amen on the scale of hallelujah. There's a little green arrow. That's where you open it, like so. And here it is. The AirTag. Regulatory compliance information, safety and handling, and a warranty summary. Interesting literature. The box itself, not so interesting either. And this is what it's about. So I guess I have to pry this up here. That feels unfamiliar. So they said take the film off and then pull the tab. And here it is, my precious subscribers. Or if you still aren't, just, you know, take a moment, click it if you dig it. You will enable me to upload videos more frequently. Back to the AirTag. I know there's a battery in here somewhere, so my father always taught me left is loose, and it does. That opens very easy, maybe a bit too easy, you know, child safety wise. And there's a button cell battery in here, a Panasonic CR2032 3 volts, made in Indonesia. Put it back in, put the cover on, press it, and that's it. Now, when I first saw this design, I was wondering where the little hole was to connect it to your belongings. So I can totally relate to a lot of people that feel bothered to have to buy accessories in order to do so. But luckily you don't have to buy them at the Apple Store, where prices range from 13 bucks up to 450. Hey, somebody made a typo? Nah, this is Hermes, man. For that kind of money, I'd rather have herpes. Of that, you'll at least know you're never gonna lose it, and it will last you a lifetime. So what I did, I got myself an $8 key ring off AliExpress. And since I'm the worst salesman ever, I'm gonna tell you it took about a month to arrive, and I am not even sure it is real leather. But it does the job perfectly. And if you're somehow still interested, I will leave an affiliate link in the description below so you can order it. Be aware, it doesn't cost you an extra thing, but you will be helping me out. You open it, shove it in there, you click it, and that's that. Okay, enough with the bagging, let's set it up. You hold it close to your iPhone, it pops up, you press connect, there's a bunch of predefined names you can choose from, or a custom name like so. You press continue, then you can search the emoticon, then it tells you it's going to register to your Apple ID. You press continue, and then it starts setting it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds. Okay, press done. So when you want to see it, you're going to go to the Find My app. You go to items, and there is your key. That's really, really good. Simple as that. Let's just continue. Now let me quickly explain the different scenarios where you lost something and you want to track down the AirTag connected to it. First scenario is you are within Bluetooth range, which in my experience is about 25 feet to the max. That's about 8 meters. You can either let it play a sound, so you will be able to hear where it's at, or if you have an iPhone 11 or newer, you can actually use precision finding. That will give you visible and haptic feedback on your iPhone as to where to find it. And this is all within Bluetooth range, people, which isn't that big of a range. I mean, even if it's in your own house, it's very easy to lose connection, which makes you have to walk around guessing which way to go a lot more than I expected. So second scenario, you are out of Bluetooth range and you're going to use the blue arrow to use Apple Maps to first guide you to it. And then when you arrive and you're in Bluetooth range, you can either let it play a sound or use precision finding again. Now a quick tip, if you are getting close but not close enough and you're constantly guessing which way to go, tap the navigation arrow on the upper hand right twice, so you'll at least get a sense of direction of where to go. Third and last scenario is that you are not able to find it anymore and you will put it in lost mode. First thing is, you will get a notification when its location becomes available. Second thing, no one else will be able to pair to it, so people won't be able to start using it themselves. And that way, when somebody finds it, they are probably more inclined to let you know they did. And they can do that by keeping the AirTag to their phone, and they will see your message and phone number. And that can be seen on both an Android and an iPhone. Now the chance that you'll get a notification update about its location strongly depends on the amount of iOS devices used in its proximity. Because Find My doesn't work with GPS, but it uses Bluetooth of other iOS devices around the world to locate the AirTag. So if you lose it in a city, you'll most likely be able to recover it. But if you lose it in the jungle, you'll probably have lost it forever. Now last but not least, how about its stalking features? So do I have to keep worrying about my girls from dance class? Well, in my case, the answer is no. Because when somebody slips me an AirTag as an iPhone user, I will get a notification that a strange AirTag is moving with me. An Android user though, the only thing the AirTag will do in this case is play a sound 3 days after it has lost connection to its original owner. Whoa! It used to be 3 days. Apple actually changed that because of safety and privacy concerns to letting the AirTag make a sound between 8 and 24 hours after it has lost connection to its original owner. That way you will be alarmed sooner when somebody has slipped you an AirTag. And on top of that, Apple is going to make an Android app so they can register when strange AirTags are moving with them. Isn't that beautiful? Hey, rest of the story, perfect, man. Just continue. We're gonna conclude now with the pros and the cons. First of all, me likey the pricey, especially for Apple standards. Second, setup is easy peasy. Third pro is the button cell battery. It's good to have a replaceable button cell battery that will last a year. At least that's what we'll believe for now. There are also cons. Now the first one, the battery seems a bit too easy to remove. So I wouldn't take the risk of leaving it around children because I don't think they would bother to take the battery out and swallow that. They would probably swallow the whole thing entirely since it looks like a big Mentos. But Apple claims it's safe because it uses a two-step push and turn mechanism. Another con is the on and off connection. And I maybe look like a royal, but I don't live in a castle, man. I live in a small house. And even then, I lose connection all the time. And the last con is obviously the stalking sensitivity, especially for Android users. So all in all, I think Apple did a good job. And it at least improves your chances of finding your stuff back. And to my Android friends, be vigilant. Hope to see you at the next one. #hiye.